Hi everyone. So this video is going to be a little bit different, and I'm sure you guys can already tell why it's going to be different than my other videos. This video is just going to be straight audio. I mean, I'm not going to be showing my face at all throughout, this recording. Um, so uh, I think I should explain why I'm choosing to do it this way today, as opposed to just my normal, phone in my face kind of vlogs. But So I don't know how many of you know about a certain disorder, but it's called dermatillomania, and it's an anxiety response where the sufferer picks at their skin and makes themselves bleed and all that stuff. So if you guys have seen the blemishes all over my face, it's not just acne, it's part of that condition. And normally, I don't like to say I suffer with depression or I suffer with anxiety because I those things suck, but I feel like I have, coping strategies and mechanisms in place where I can somewhat control, how I react and stuff. But when it comes to um, my dermatillomania, I like literally in the last decade and a half, I have only had one day where I didn't pick my face. So, last night, and well, I guess yesterday morning and last night, I kind of went crazy and just full on attacked my face. So it's kind of in bad shape right now, and I don't feel like showing my face to the camera, but I do want to record my thoughts on what's going to be happening tomorrow. So, if any of you don't know, I have two sons. One of them is 6.5, and the other one turned 5 in May. And the school year is getting started, and they're both going to be in school. It's going to be a really weird experience tomorrow, just kind of dropping off my younger son at PM kindergarten and having 3.5 hours all to myself. It's going to be really, really weird. um, but like I'm excited though because Lincoln is stoked. He's super super excited to go learn more math. Math is his favorite subject. And Noah is, he's just pumped. He's going to kindergarten. He's never been before, obviously, and he saw how much fun Lincoln had last year when he was in kindergarten, and so he's just really really excited about that. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely going to be kind of a shift in my day, just having just myself at home so that I'm not distracted, so that I can get housework done without having to stop 10 times, and just being able to take time for my creativity, which is huge. I haven't had that in 6.5 years, and so this is going to be a game changer for me, I think. Um, and speaking of my creativity, so I haven't really been able to write anything for about 3 years, and it's been agonizing. It's been so, so hard. Because writing is really, really therapeutic for me, but I only do creative writing. And my husband, he was very sweet, and he was trying really hard to help me kind of figure out ways to get back into the writing game a couple of years ago. And his biggest recommendation was to write short stories. But something that you should know about me is that I loathe writing short stories. I absolutely hate it. I don't know what it is. I don't like it. I don't like doing it. So so I've been, like I said, out of the game for about 3 years, and all of a sudden, a couple weeks ago, I kind of started to feel that creative flame reignited within myself, which is amazing. It feels incredible. And I don't know, I just a couple of days ago, I was on Pinterest just kind of looking at writing prompts and stuff. And I've been wanting to get into the horror game for a couple of years now, because I really enjoy reading horror. And I'm a huge fan of Stephen King. I'm planning on starting reading Dean Koontz's novels one of these days. And like I'm just a big fan of the horror genre. I think part of the reason why is because when I was depressed, I wasn't sad. I mean, I'm sure most of you already know this, but depression isn't sadness. Most of the time, it's feeling apathetic. You feel nothing. And so when I was in the throes of my depression, I went to the books, not the bookstore. I'm not that wealthy. I can't just buy books whenever I want. I went to the local library and I borrowed The Shining. And I started to read it, and I didn't really feel like genuine fear, again, because of the apathy, but it made me feel, which, if you've ever been depressed, if I can talk, if you've ever been depressed before, is a big deal. When you finally realize that there is, in fact, a light at the end of the tunnel, and your feelings are still there, even though they're kind of being bullied into being silenced by your mental health. So I've read a lot of horror novels recently, and by recently I mean in the last couple of years. Um, but I was back to the story. So I was browsing Pinterest, and I came across a writing prompt, and it sparked something in me. Like, all of a sudden, ideas just started spilling into my brain, which hasn't happened to me in a long time. It's probably actually been like 5 years since that's happened. Back when I was writing the rewrite of the novel that I wrote in high school, um, all the other books that I wrote after that, I had to, work to get the ideas onto the paper. But this one, for some reason, is just it's flowing like a river, and it's incredible. That doesn't usually happen. So the premise, basically, at least at this point, it's very much in, early first draft. Like, it's not even a page long yet, and I have a bunch of notes of ideas of scenes and characters and situations and all that stuff that I can put them in. But the premise is, a woman is being haunted by her own reflection, which I'm sure this this has been done, many times before, but I'm excited about it, and I'm just gonna run with it, honestly. I don't care if it turns out to be really cliched or anything like that. My biggest goal right now is to just kind of baby my creativity and help it to grow and kind of come back into the maturity that it once was. So I have been having a great week, if I'm really honest. Even though my dermatillomania kind of went off the rails yesterday. And once my face is healed more, I'll probably just get back to my regular phone and face kind of vlog videos. Um, and also, I'm kind of excited because so we're renovating our downstairs storage room into a full functioning bedroom for our boys. And one of the biggest things we need to fix, really the only reason that they're not down there now, is because the electrical is broken. It's completely busted. There's no power to any of the outlets or to like the light switch that powers the fan and all that stuff. And I tried to do some like at home testing to try to figure out what the problem is, and I just can't figure it out. So we're gonna have to call an electrician, and then we'll be able to put some paint on the walls and brand new carpet and all that stuff. And then their bedroom, which is right across the hall from mine and my husband's room, is going to be my own office slash studio. Um, and I'm very excited to kind of make that space my own, because my husband has there's a small bedroom in the basement that wasn't being used for anything, and he has a huge executive desk setup, and it has his 3D printer on it, and a lot of things for his more like crafting type hobbies are down there. And I have like my painting stuff, which I would like to bring back upstairs so I can kind of start getting back into that, because um, I loved painting in high school, and I haven't really done much painting at all since I graduated, and it's been like 8 years, I think, since I left high school. So I'm hoping to bring that back up so I can get back into that hobby, and then I'm wanting to have a desk set up with my laptop, and some motivational types of pictures that I can put up on the walls, and I'm even possibly thinking about bringing my exercise equipment, like my treadmill and my spin bike, up to that room, just so I can kind of have all of my stuff just in one spot. And it's like the idea of finally having my own little nook, I guess, or I don't know, just a room that I can call my own, that I can do, whatever I want with without having to worry about Josh's opinion about how it's decorated or anything like that it sounds exciting. Another thing that I want to do with that space as well is to make kind of a recording studio type space. I've considered doing covers for songs and things like that, and I've also wanted to do possibly some ASMR. I'm not sure exactly. That's a big maybe. Um, but like I just have a lot of exciting ideas, at least for me, for that space. And I wish that you guys could see the setup that I've got. I'll probably put a background or something like that. I'll post the picture within this video about the setup that I have right now, because I bought some thumbtacks so that I could stick my soundproofing panels to the walls, and I have misplaced the thumbtacks, and so I just have a bunch of these soundproofing panels just kind of like leaned up against the wall, and it has basically zero coverage, but I I'm hoping to make a little space where I can possibly put up like some drapes hanging from the ceilings, um, hanging from the ceiling, um, so that it can really be a well soundproofed area. Um, so I'm excited to finally get the electrician into the boys' room and just kind of to get that project going. And I can't believe that my boys are going to school. It's crazy. Time goes by too fast, and kids grow up too fast, and it's going to be a shift in lifestyle, but I'm definitely looking forward to it. So I will see you guys in the next video. And if you have any requests for any like tags, or if you have any questions you'd like to ask me, I'd be more than happy to answer questions in future videos that I do. So if you liked this video, even though I say a lot, and I have a hard time constructing my thoughts quickly, which is why I prefer to be a writer instead of a public speaker. But if you enjoyed this video, feel free to subscribe and um, leave a comment down below again if you have any ideas for future videos. And I will talk to you guys in the next one.